Mysteries of the Earth, Ancient Knowledge, Flat Earth Theories, and the Secrets of Antarctica. Narrator: for centuries, humanity has gazed at the Earth and wondered, where do we come from? What lies beyond the known world? And more importantly, what secrets are being kept from us? In this documentary-style exploration, we dive into some of the most mind-bending and controversial theories about our planet. From ancient maps and civilizations, to flat Earth perspectives, to the frozen frontier of Antarctica, a land shrouded in silence and guard. Let's journey into the mysteries of Earth. Chapter 1: Ancient Clues from Forgotten Civilizations. Long before satellites and globe models, the ancients had their own view of the Earth. Across Babylon, Egypt, India, and Mesoamerica, civilizations described the Earth not as a sphere, but as a flat or domed surface, often surrounded by water. In Mesopotamian cosmology, the Earth was a disk floating in the ocean, with a dome of the sky overhead. The Hebrew firmament, described in Genesis, held back the waters above. The Vedic texts of India also describe a central Mount Meru surrounded by concentric rings of oceans and lands. Intriguingly, many of these ancient depictions mirror modern flat Earth maps, complete with Antarctica not as a continent, but as a ring encircling the entire known world. Visuals, ancient maps, tablets, manuscripts. Why were these worldviews so widespread across unrelated cultures? Was it mere symbolism, or were they describing what they actually saw? Chapter 2: The Flat Earth Revival. The Flat Earth theory has made a comeback in recent years, not as a religious belief, but as a rebellion against scientific dogma and perceived deception. Modern flat earthers argue that the Earth is a flat plane, covered by a firmament, and that all photos of Earth from space are digitally altered or CGI. They claim gravity is misunderstood, that horizons are always flat, and that flight paths, especially in the southern hemisphere, don't align with globe-based navigation. Visuals: flat Earth models, curvature experiments, interviews with proponents. While dismissed by mainstream science, the movement raises questions worth asking. Why are so many flat Earth videos suppressed or ridiculed online? Why is Antarctica, if not a global edge, such a restricted and mysterious place? Chapter 3: Antarctica, the Forbidden Continent. Antarctica, a land covered in ice, a continent without cities, the only place on Earth where multiple world powers agree not to compete, but to cooperate, in silence. The Antarctic Treaty, signed in 1959, forbids military activity, mining, nuclear testing, or unregulated tourism. No country owns it. No one really lives there. Yet it is protected more than any war zone. Why? Visuals, treaty documents, satellite views, ice walls. Conspiracy theorists argue that Antarctica is the key to what lies beyond our known world. That it is not merely a frozen wasteland, but a barrier. Some say it hides ancient ruins. Others believe it is the edge of the world itself. Theories also suggest that Nazi Germany discovered a hidden realm beneath the ice, a so-called base, to some believe secret operations, like Operation Highjump in 1946, were not scientific missions, but attempts to explore and conquer whatever is hidden in the frozen south. Chapter 4: Operation Highjump and Lost Expeditions. Dark ambient music fades in. Footage, archival black and white clips of military ships and snowy landscapes. In 1946, less than a year after World War II ended, the United States launched a massive military expedition to Antarctica, called Operation Highjump. Officially, it was a training mission. But this wasn't a few scientists on snowmobiles. This was a full naval fleet minus 13 ships, 4,700 men, aircraft, and a clear military structure. The question is, why such a large military presence in a place that supposedly held nothing but ice? The operation was led by Rear Admiral Richard E. Byrd, a decorated explorer and aviator. But the mission was cut short. Though planned for 6 months, it ended in just 8 weeks. And Byrd, once open with the media, became notably quiet. What happened during Operation Hijump remains shrouded in mystery. Visuals, newspaper clippings, Byrd's interviews, declassified documents. Some believe the mission encountered advanced technology, possibly remnants of a breakaway civilization, or something not from this world at all. Byrd later claimed, in an alleged diary never verified by official sources, that he flew beyond the South Pole, into a lush, green land with mammoth-like creatures. In this land, he supposedly met beings of advanced intelligence, and was warned about humanity's path of self-destruction. Cut to mock-up visuals of green Antarctica, inner Earth concepts. Was Byrd hallucinating? Or did he stumble upon something the public was never meant to know? The mystery deepened when Antarctica was effectively closed off just a few years later, under the Antarctic Treaty, and Operation Hijump faded into the background of history. Chapter 5: The Dome Theory, and Evidence of the Firmament. Transition music. Echoing ambient hum, slight metallic undertone. If Earth is flat, or at least not what we're told, the next question is, what's above us? Ancient cultures spoke of a firmament, a solid dome separate. The Bible, the Quran, and even Babylonian tablets describe this structure. A dome, holding back waters above. Visuals. Genesis quotes, ancient drawings of the dome. Islamic cosmology illustrations. Some flat Earth proponents believe NASA and other space agencies aren't sending rockets into space, but into the firmament itself. Footage of rockets appearing to curve or stop mid-air is often cited as proof of this invisible ceiling. And during high-altitude nuclear tests in the 1950s, known as Operation Fishbowl, strange phenomena were observed. Clips, rocket footage, starfish prime explosion, and classified footage overlays. Operation Fishbowl aimed to detonate nuclear warheads at high altitudes. Some say to test the limits of the atmosphere. Others believe they were testing the boundaries of the dome. If true, that raises a question. Is our sky not the void of space, but a barrier we're not allowed to cross? Chapter 6. Governance and Global Control. Why the treaty matters. Ambient tension music fades in. Visuals. Globe spinning. Flags of the nations involved in the Antarctic Treaty. Signed in 1959 and enforced since 1961. The Antarctic Treaty remains one of the most unusual and powerful international agreements ever created. It was signed during the Cold War, yet the United States and Soviet Union agreed to it without resistance. Today, over 50 nations are part of it. The treaty prohibits military activity, resource extraction, nuclear testing, and permanent habitation. No country can claim ownership. No corporation can drill. No private citizen can explore freely without government approval. In a world driven by competition and profit, why is Antarctica off limits to all of that? Visuals. Aerial shots of Antarctica, isolated research stations, armed checkpoints, satellite overlays. Some say the answer is simple. Antarctica is too dangerous, too inhospitable. But others believe the global powers are hiding something far more important than penguins and ice. Researchers, independent explorers, and even wealthy adventurers are all subject to strict regulations. Some expeditions have reportedly been turned back, or detained when veering off approved paths. Clips, blurred faces giving testimonies, headlines about detainments. This isn't just a frozen continent. It's a sealed vault, and only the gatekeepers hold the key. And if the Earth isn't what we're told, if there's something beyond Antarctica, a hidden landmass, a dome, or an entrance to something else, then the treaty isn't just about preservation. It's about containment. If this video made you think, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. The more we explore, the more we uncover. Leave a comment below. What do you believe lies beyond?